Hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Ken Johnson. Today we're doing a year-end review. So in case you've not watched this channel before, I mostly talk about issues of culture, commerce, conservation, and conflict. I am a mediator. That's the reason why we're in my virtual office day. This is not my house. This is not a picture of my house. This, I'm using Zoom because that's what I do as a mediator. That's what I do in my private practice. A little bit about me. I have a degree in social sciences, and then I also have a degree in business. So that's the reason why I talk about culture, because I'm a social scientist. I study cultures. I do consult with businesses and deal with business stuff. So commerce is big for me. I am certified as a mediator. I handle all sorts of mediation cases, ranging from divorces to eviction cases to USDA mediations to Department of Financial Services mediations. I do all sorts of mediations. I'm trained in restorative justice, and I do that as well. I'm an author, best-selling, award-winning author. Mostly nonfiction is what I focus in. I have I have some books that are no longer in print about restorative justice and mediation. Then I also have a book in print right now that is about fictional character types and the psychology behind those characters and how you use it as a author. I own a publishing company. I used to sit on the board of directors for a author and publisher association. I chaired a international book awards competition. So I've done some stuff. I've been around the block. This channel is very small. We started back in September. If you are a fan of the channel, none of this should surprise you. What may surprise you is that I didn't open up with Welcome to the Four Seasons. As you will notice from the Hydra series forwards, I have not mentioned Four Seasons. And the reason for that is simple. It served a purpose, but it was confusing. And after consulting with a lot of people, I decided that I'm just going to keep my name as the name of the channel. YouTube wishes for people that are content creators to be niche focused. But after talking with some long-term YouTubers, they say that is not where they're going anymore. That they are at a stage that they're bored and tired and wish that they had heeded their own advice now, if they had that advice given to them, and not be niche driven. So a lot of them no longer doing niche focused items, and they're just enjoying their life. And I think that that's really what I want to do. I really don't want to be in a niche. I have 4 niches, which is stupid. But that's what I write about. That's what I talk about. That's where I made all my money. But why try to focus and force something? This is supposed to be entertainment. This is supposed to be education that is educational yet entertaining. So why should I try to force something? So I had some people say, why don't you use Uncle Ken, hanging with Uncle Ken, stuff like that. That is a term of endearment. Uncle Ken for me is a term of endearment and a term of honor, because a lot of people call me Uncle Ken. I'm not really their uncle. It is something that they call me as an honor. And I just don't see a reason to make money off of it. And I am making money off of YouTube, so I'm just going to be Ken. I'm Ken Johnson. That's the name of the channel going forwards. Now, like I said, we started September 2021. To date, we have had 99,000.4 thousand views. That blows my mind. and to know that I am small and that many times people wanted to listen to what I had to say, even though I write books and I consult with businesses and people and I do all this stuff, that people actually want to tune in and listen to me. That is, I'm overwhelmed. It is such an honor that I'm able to do this and that people actually like it. I've had in this past year 5.2 thousand watch hours. That's a lot of hours watching me ramble. I mean, I can barely stand me, but for people to watch that much of me blows me away. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And out of all this, I have over 1,250 subscribers, which is, again, overwhelming. And to know that I'm a small channel and growing, that more and more people are liking this, it is such an honor. So this is what I'm asking you to do. The algorithm, you'll hear a lot of YouTubers talk about algorithms. The algorithm looks at how you interact with me as to how they pay me. So with that said, I need you to do something. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe now. It's free. It's totally free. Now, I do know that YouTube has a paid program for YouTube itself. I don't know anybody that uses it. But if you wanted to, you could pay them money. But I'm never going to ask you to pay me money to watch me. So go ahead. There's a little logo button. If you see it on your screen, just click my little logo. It's basically a picture of me in a suit. Click on it and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell so you can be alerted future content, so you don't have to, look and try to find me. YouTube should let you know. There's been some issues with that, but I think they're trying to work it out. Then another thing, anytime you like a video, hit the like button. So if you're a subscriber and you hit the like, YouTube sees that differently than somebody that is just watching video and never subscribed to me. If you comment, YouTube sees that differently. So these three things, subscribing, hitting the like button, and commenting, that really does help my channel out dramatically. And I mean, you could just say, put "Hey Ken" in the comment and just hit the thumbs up. And if you already subscribed, that is the most that you can do to make sure that I get the most money out of a video. And I think that if more people would go ahead and subscribe to this channel they're watching, that would propel the channel even further than what it is now. And that would really help me out dramatically. And all these are free things. So if you really do care about this, because the money I make from YouTube will go back into making more content, getting better equipment, because it costs me money to put out videos. So these are free things that you can do to help me make better content. With that said, how have we been doing? Well, long format and shorts are the way that YouTube separates videos out. Long format is anything over a minute. The top videos for long format, the number one video is one that was called All Things Readers and Editing. And that was one I did back in 2021, but it really hit hard in 2022. People ate it up. It's the number one video so far. You wouldn't think it, but editing and how to create a book, that one video alone is the number one. The next number two slot is a tie. It is a tie between how to make a power stroke for sharpening knives, and that is a collaboration I did with Wallace Knife Works. So Wallace Knife Works channel, Ricky Wallace, you probably have seen him on the bass tournament video, but this was the first collab we did between our two channels, was this power stroke. The next one for second place that was tied is Hydra Glen. Hydra Glen is a hydromel series, and this was a Methagland hydromel. Then tied for third place is two more videos. Both of them were Southern styled dishes. One was how to do banana bread, and one was how to make carrot apple raisin salad or carrot salad. So those videos are the top. Well, the 5 videos make up the top 3 spots because it had tie for second and third place. With shorts are under a minute. And some of my shorts are only like 15 seconds, 10 seconds. And shorts, I mean, like I have one that we just had a winter blast, and I did a short. I meant it be funny, and it just was a flop. Then I have other shorts. And so like I do a ATV video. And if I do an AT video short, it's going to get about 4,000 views and about 5 subscribers. That's huge. Then if my in-laws have sheep, so if I do a sheep video, I will get anywhere from 1.5 thousand to 3,000 views per video, and I'll get anywhere from 4 to 5 subscribers with each short. So then if I do something with chickens, because I have chickens, or if I do something with plants or whatever, those never really do well. So it's been ATVs and sheep. I don't understand it, but that's what people like to watch, evidently. Shorts account for 41.9% of the total views to my channel. And if I can create roughly anywhere from 3 to 4 shorts a week, if they take off, I normally get a subscriber for every 1,000 views. And so if it's a good short and I get anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 views, that's anywhere from 1 to 5 subscribers per short. So they're very big for the channel. Some people like them, some people don't. Some of them just realize it for what it is. It's a TikTok knockoff that YouTube does, but it really does help the channel. How many of these people, they're shorts subscribers that come back to watch the long form videos? YouTube has not done any analytics on that. So I really don't know. The audience breakdown is kind of interesting. The USA accounts for 22.4% of my views and about 79.2% of my watch hours. So that is in keeping with, okay, I'm an American. It makes sense that Americans would be watching Americans. Ironically, India accounts for 13.1% of the views. YouTube is big in India. And so, to all my fans in India, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And they account for 4.2% of the watch hours. So, India is a huge market for this channel. And I want to say thank you. Now, I find it interesting that there are 4 cities that make up a huge percentage, relatively speaking, of views and watch hours. Frankfurt, Germany, Paris, France, Manchester, England, and Lucknow, India. These 4 cities, they are huge fans. I mean, really and truly, you think I'm just outside Pensacola. Pensacola really don't place. I have a pretty good presence in Tallahassee, Florida, Atlanta, New Orleans, with my books and all that. Nothing. But these 4 cities, each city represents 2.8% of my views. So you say 2.8% times 4, those 4 cities account for a lot. And then they also account for each city 1% of my watch hours. So 4% of my watch hours based off of those 4 cities, which again is huge. So, I think it's so neat that Germany, France, England, and India, that they make it up. When you get into analytics and you get into data, they say, oh, most of your audience is American, but then you look at cities and how an individual city can impact, and you're like, wow, that is a huge audience. And if you're watching from any of those cities, what about my channel do you like? What is it you want to see on my channel? Because I am just I'm enthralled with the idea that somebody in Manchester, England, is watching some southern dude from across the pond and hitting that subscribe button and liking. And I want to hear your comments. Or if you're in Lucknow, India, what that I'm just amazed. Or Paris, France, which is on my bucket list of places to go. I want to take my wife. There's a dish, Manchester. I have a thing called a Manchester egg. I may make it in honor of you. It is something that we make. It's kind of like a Scotch egg, but you use pickled egg instead. And it's really great beer. I've got to make it for you on this channel. So I will make my Manchester egg for y'all. In Frankfurt, I'm just amazed. My wife that's on our bucket list too. My wife and I are wanting to go to Germany. She was born in Germany, Wiesbaden. So, and I'm messing that up huge, I know. I would like to take her during Christmas because Germany is where we get the Christmas tree tradition. If you watched any of my videos about Christmas, and I really want to take her, and I may have to stop off in Frankfurt just because your city has made such a huge impact. So I would love to hear about what you're wanting to see on channel. And also, if we go to Germany, I would love to know what you do in Frankfurt for fun, because that would be so cool. Now, about 60% of my viewers, they're between the ages of 18 and 34. And that amazes me that young people want to listen to me. I mean, I'll be 47 in the next couple months. That's amazing that somebody that young wants to listen to me. So what is it you like? What are you interested in? What do you want to see more of? I would love to see the comments from you down below so that I can make content that interests you even better. I really want to be interactive and create a community here. And so anybody, I'm singling out certain groups because this blows me away when I look at the analytics. But anybody, I want to see what you're wanting from me, what you want to see, what you want to talk about or discuss. I may or may not do it. I mean, but I still, even if I don't do it, the idea of how you see me and how you see this channel also helps me understand your point of view. So that's really cool. 67.9% of my viewing audience is male, which I have a lot of cooking, and I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of impressed that a lot of the male viewers watch the cooking. So that's really cool. It really is. My dad was a firefighter, and if you watch this channel, you know about it. And he was a phenomenal cook. And he told me one time, he taught me how to cook. And he said, I want you to know how to cook so that you don't marry somebody because you're hungry. And I thought that was kind of an interesting take. And I've taught so many people over my life how to cook, and sharing some of these dishes on my channel, it has special meaning to me. And the fact that there's a lot of guys that feel this same way, I find interesting. So I like things that turn our understanding on its axis. It changes things, that paradigm shift. So whether you're male or female, tell me what you like, what you want to see. I really want to know. If you're older, I would love to know what you're wanting to see as well. It tends to be that the older people watch less, and they don't watch as much of the videos, because it's all about duration of watch time as well. And that the younger you are, the more you're likely to watch me all the way through. And so I don't know why that is. I have a theory, but I don't know why. So if you're older and you've watched to now, why are you watching to now? Because your age group probably would have already gotten off by now. What is it you like? What is it you want to see? And as far as the younger folks, why are you watching all the way to this step? What is it that you like so much? What is it that you're wanting to see? Because if I have this data, I can craft better content to meet your desires. And that's what I really want to do. I want to make something it's still got to be fun for me. But if I can make it where it's fun for me, fun for you, giving you all the needs that you have for this channel, I think it's a win-win. With that said, so what was my best day? Ironically, November 19th. I had 12,000 views that one day. And I had 41.9 hours of watch time. Again, I'm a small channel. So for somebody that's got a channel bigger than mine, they're like, I do that on a Monday. And I want to get to that level. Trust me. But for a small channel, you've been there. You know, if you're saying I do this on Monday or Tuesday, you know, it's kind of neat. The reason why I had so many, we were repairing a fence. The sheep I got out of my in-laws' property, the fence had rusted out. And so I took a few videos of some four-wheelers running, because we had them cranked up, and I just said, we're fixing to do sheep fencing. And I had ATV and fence or ATV and sheep in the title. And anytime I do something with ATVs and do something with sheep, people go nuts over it. I don't know why, but they do. And it was just sitting. These were nobody was on them. They was just sitting idle in the front yard, and I just took a video. And I got a huge number of followers that day, and it was my best day as far as views. And that's crazy. The fact that I can do something that quick and get a response is amazing. Again, I want to harp on subscribing because one of the things that really hurt my heart, 99.7% of the viewers are not subscribers, and I know I have talked to at least 100 viewers that told me that they were not subscribers, but they watch every single video. And if that 100 people, at least 100 people that I've talked to, had watched the videos and they were subscribers, the payout in the back end that you never see, so that I can get better camera equipment, so I can get better lighting, so I can get better software, so that I can pay the built-in cost to create a content that is something you want to see, it would be more doable because it's free to do. So what are my goals for this year? I've talked to a number of YouTubers and I've watched a number of interviews from major YouTubers. They all say that from late summer until early summer is the grind. That is the dead time. And just from this past year, that tends to be true. I'm not seeing the responses that I saw midsummer. And really early summers when that's when I became monetized. And by late summer, it just seemed like it started to tank. I still get subscribers. We're still growing, but it's not like it's on pause, but it's not at the rate that it was early to midsummer. And that's something that a lot of YouTubers have told me. So I had thought originally using the early summer, midsummer figures that by now I'd be at maybe 100,000 viewers or 100,000 subscribers, because that's where we was on track for when I did projections. And then some YouTubers took me to the side and said, that ain't true. That ain't how it works. And you don't know what you don't know. And so this has been a learning lesson for me. With that said, I would like to be at 5,000 subscribers by this time next year. Now that I know a little bit more about how YouTube works, that's where I want to be. If I could get over 10,000, that would be amazing. So, and it's not just subscribers. It needs to be subscribers that are watching. So I want to have about 10%. That's my goal for next year. 10% of my subscribers watching every video. That is what I want. Now, sometimes I get more than 10%. Sometimes I get 100% or more than 100% watching a video, and that's really cool. But that is not average. On the average, I want a minimum of 10% of my subscribers watching my videos. If I could get that, and them watching at least half of the total video length, that means that we could get new camera equipment, new software programs, new lighting equipment, new microphones, actually pay the money that's built in costs so that I can go out and do things, create content that I think would be entertaining and something that I would want to watch. I have to kind of keep things cheap. So if my friend has a boat, I may do a video fishing. Uh, if you know anything about bass tournament, my wife paid for uh, my friend and I to go fishing in this bass tournament. And so it was because of that. My friend had a bass boat, and he was like, okay. So we did collab with our two channels, and that helps. Another friend of mine, I have a kayak, but he has some better kayaks. I'm trying to get a better kayak now. And so we went out and did some kayak fishing. That's fairly cheap. And because of that, it got views and subscribers, and it made content. And I have to be careful what I do. The hydromel series was a very expensive project. You think about it, some of these honeys are running $10 or more a pound, and my recipes will take anywhere from a pound and a half to 2 pounds of honey, and you do 13 episodes. That is a lot. And during that time, there was a lot of lost data, bad shots, bad unusable audio, bad lighting, a lot of issues behind the scenes that you just didn't see, or if you did see it, I tried to cover it up as much as possible. So there was a lot of stuff that if I had the equipment and I had the resources, I could have done something a lot better. And so that's the reason why I'm like, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please comment. That all helps the algorithm. If you share the video, that is another thing that you can do. That's a fourth thing, but most people don't share videos. But if you do, that really does help. I've rambled for so long now. I think we've done everything. We covered everything. Uh, but I just want to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I am so honored. It's unreal. I hope I can inspire you. You know, I want you to be the best that you can be and live your best life. And if I say something to lift you up, if I say something to make your life easier or better or more enjoyable, I want to do that. And I want to create something that is a community here. And so with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.